Yo, this is Sebastian, posting another video on my journey of building OMNI11, my supplement brand. I am just newly moved into my new place in Portugal. It's really cool. As you can see, I had a surf sesh this morning. It was very good. And yeah, today I wanted to talk about branding, and specifically what I think it takes to build an amazing brand in 2024, going into 2025 soon, and also more specifically why, like the importance of building a brand in today's market, essentially. So yeah, let's get into it. For a long time, I actually struggled to understand what branding is, or what a brand is, I guess. It's this thing that we all know what it is, but like it can be pretty hard to explain unless you think about it very deeply. And two things happened, I think, last year that really sort of unlocked this for me. The first thing was that I read the book The Culting of Brands, and basically just realized how, since we are in the secular age, most of us don't really follow a religion that strictly anymore, or like a traditional religion. Brands are becoming more and more the religions and sort of cults of the secular age. There's very little difference, actually, if you look at, and you'll see this if you read the book, like if you look at the strongest, biggest brands out there today, there's very little difference in the sort of behaviors in the people that like that brand, compared to like a traditional religion with their traditions and stuff like that. And the other thing that happened that was a big unlock was that I read Alex Hormozi's definition. I think it was a tweet or something, where he basically just says that your brand is the associations between your product and people, things, events, etc. So it's like it just made it so much simpler in my mind that like it's really just about putting your product or brand next to people, things, events that you want to be associated with, essentially. Basically, I wanted to talk about branding today, partly because it's very timely. I'm just wrapping up the last. I've been working with an agency to create my brand for my product. I really love what they did. I'll probably link to them too in the description. I'm like a little bit hesitant because I don't want other supplement brands to sort of find out how good they are, but also I want them to have more clients and get the cred that they deserve. So yeah, I'm gonna link to those guys too. I'm super happy with them. But yeah, basically we're wrapping up now. The brand, the sort of core identity of the brand was done like several months ago, but I've been waiting for the product development to be able to finalize the actual packaging of my supplement, and that got done more or less yesterday. So I'll probably put that up here on the screen somewhere. And I wanted to explain why I think it's so important. A few reasons why like I chose to spend a lot of money on building a brand with an agency. I think that in 2024, it's kind of like the bar is so high, if you look at the different products that are out there, that you kind of have to have a good brand from the start, I would say. There are a few exceptions, like some like software, I guess. B2B might not be as important as like direct-to-consumer products, but in general, like B2B is also just like you're just selling to people. A lot of people don't understand that, but like branding is almost as important, I would say, in B2B as well. And there are a few reasons for this. McKinsey, the consulting, like the huge consulting agency, they did a report several years ago now that I've looked at several times since then, where they followed, like, I think it was 300 companies for 5 years to basically evaluate how much design impacts the actual business results. And they found that, like, a lot of the most design-driven companies, they outperform the other companies like 2 to 1, essentially. So there's real substance in design. I think most of us know that intuitively. And I think part of that is because since brands are becoming very rapidly the new sort of cults and religions of our age, you don't really want to belong to something ugly, you know, and you don't want to belong to something that is not communicating its substance very clearly and very well. And so the specific reason why I chose to spend a significant, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars up front on working with an agency, mind you, I did select one that was very sort of cheap for what I got, like very high value for the price, but like to try to be as scrappy as I can before I have, you know, significant revenues to back up this spending. But like, I think it was sort of a no-brainer for me to do this investment upfront, because I know my strengths and weaknesses at this point in my career. I actually am a designer, but for other things than brand, like branding is not my thing. And this is actually something I'm working a lot on right now to get better at delegating work, not try to do things that, just trying to maximize the time I spend on things that I am very good at, instead of just doing everything myself and sort of like diluting my time in that sense. So basically the lesson there is just know your strengths and weaknesses. If you have the skills and knowledge to build a good, really solid brand and like the story behind it and everything yourself, like that's wonderful. I think then you can save money on that, and you should probably do it yourself, because in the end no one will know the product and the vision better than you. I actually did build a lot of the story around my brand myself. It's just like the connection to the visuals is not my thing, and so I made a significant investment in this, and I'm so happy that I did. And I think like it's not even just like people who are at my level, even people who are super successful do this. Like I remember hearing, if you're familiar with the My First Million guys, Sam and Sean, I remember hearing Sam talk about this when he started his entrepreneurship community, Hampton. He basically said that this was a cheat code that he hadn't found in any of his previous businesses, where he worked with a design agency right from day one. And yeah, he just said it was a huge lever for the early success of Hampton. So yeah, it's kind of like even like super successful, maybe even more so, super successful entrepreneurs do this. So yeah, it's really worth thinking about, I think. But then at the end of the day, I think all advice is like, especially in entrepreneurship, I think all advice is contextual. You can only sort of extrapolate from other people's experience, but in the end, you have to make a unique decision based on your unique situation, even if it seems like similar to another person's situation. I think every situation is unique, every opportunity is unique and calls for different things. So, you know, think for yourself is what I'm saying. Like, maybe brand is not that important to you, but my point is that it probably is in 2024, or at least more important than you might think. So yeah, go check out the agency that I used. They're awesome. They are based out of Ukraine and Barcelona, I think. Yeah, great to work with. And I think that's probably it for this video. And next week, I think I'll have some juicy updates on the actual progress with my product. Getting much closer to launch now, so unless something goes very wrong, yeah, things will get pretty crazy pretty soon, I think, and that will be hopefully pretty exciting to follow. So that's all. Take care and see you next time.